as an employee, there is nothing wrong to be an employee, especially if it is our dream, especially if it is your dream, especially if you have earned your bachelor to get your dream job. There's nothing wrong with being an employee, right? However, there is a fact being an employee. There is a limited to, and we cannot be against with people who are still working with other company. It is because being an entrepreneur is not for all. It's not for all to be a businessman and a businesswoman. That's why we need to be understandable as a person, and as an Atomians, we need to understand that there is nothing wrong to be an employee. However, there is a limited to with this kind of mentality, or this kind of, when we enter in this kind of world. What are the things that are limited to? We are limited to with our rights. We are limited to, even though it is our dream job, we are limited to with our rights when we enter to a corporation. We are limited to, even though regardless of our position, even we are administrator or a manager or even a custodian, we are still limited with our rights. We are also limited to with our status and connection when we are already as an employee, or when we enter to a corporation. It does not matter who you know. Once we are already inside a company, our rights is still limited. Secondly, as an employee, our salary is also limited. When we apply to a job, we are not in control on how much we're going to earn. We cannot dictate to the interviewer that about the money where we're going to earn. We cannot ask our boss at once for a raise. We cannot dictate our bosses on how much we're going to have a raise. So we are limited to when we are stuck as an employee. Another thing that we are limited to is our time. We are limited to with our time. We have to build our time based on the company's rules and regulation before we can ask for vacation. And another thing that we are limited to as an employee is our time when we clock in and when we clock out. What do I mean with this? When we wake up in the morning, does the company pay us? No. When we travel to and fro, does the company pay us? Not at all. Once we clock in to the company that we are working, that's the time our salary is starting to count in. Yes. And what I'm trying to say here is that we are limited to with our time. We exchange our life with money. We exchange our time with money. As an employee, we have to understand that we are working for someone else's dream, not our dream. Anyone can succeed here in Atomy. I want to emphasize that it is your own race. It is your own pace. When do you want to happen? What is your strategy and your tactics? This is your own race, your own pace, your own accountability, your business, and you have to own it.